All right. Blitz World Series action coming at you here. We got Ed in red fighting out of the US of A. On the right side, we got Marsh in yellow, also fighting out of the US of A on the left side here. We got a Friday night stream. I was doing a little party quick match stream. These guys hit me up. They were both online. Any of you guys keeping track of the Blitz World Series action? We just worked through an entire month of action on the Mummy map. Just wrapping things up this weekend with Marco and Kian. If you guys want to watch the fun, be sure to check out, be sure to come over to Twitch. We'll be live on Twitch this weekend running the semifinals and the finals, Marco, Kian, Quas, and Latop. But as far as other action going on Blitz World Series, Marsh went pro this month. Marsh was the winner of the D1 tournament, so he's going pro. He's now in the pro division. Ed's in the pro division. These two are both banging out as some of the lower level pros. I mean, they're, you know, top 12 Blitz players in the world, but, you know, kind of on the lower end of things. Ed got into the pro level last month. Marsh joined this month. These guys, I think these guys should be at each other's throats, should be putting on a show for us here tonight. It is best of 5 set factions. Let's see how the action's going. Both these guys are already at each other's throats. Ed being very aggressive here. Any of you guys following Ed, you know, we call Ed the wild card for a reason. Always aggressive, always fun, coming at people right away early on. It's fun to see. It's fun to see with old Ed. All right, Marsh, though. Marsh with the center control here, which has been so critical on this map all month long here. Whoever can get in the middle, get that first mastermind. The mastermind, I appreciate the players not being meaner to me about it. The mastermind's really frustrating. The mastermind at the high levels absolutely OP. There's a massive correlation right now between getting the first mastermind and winning the game, realistically. Just these top level players are so good at microing it and protecting it. So anyway, the mastermind, it was fun. It was a fun thing to mix things up this month. Next month's going to be a little bit more straightforward on the Surge map. We already got it made. We'll be testing it out a little bit tomorrow live on the Twitch stream if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, we got another map, another tournament next month. All the divisions always looking for players. Come play. It'll be fun. All right, so Ed pushing in now. Conscript's out to defend from Marsh. These Conscript's getting a lot of value. Marsh now going to... Oh, and Marsh sends it straight downfield. Marsh going to go for the MCV. We do have a base trade situation. And look at Ed splitting up his tanks now. Splits a couple tanks, and Ed has a couple Desolators to try to slow things down as Marsh starts pumping drones here. And Ed does get the mastermind. Oh, the mastermind. Oh, the perfect micro from that mastermind. Only grabs 3 tanks. The drone comes out, and Ed's going to close this one out. I think that mastermind executed perfectly here, and that's Marsh's last War Factory and his last barracks going down. Wow, very, very close. Quick study. No, the Surge map, any of you guys who were on the beer stream where we were trying to make a map, that map was scrapped. We totally redid the map when I was sober. And Ed takes home that first one in true wild card fashion. Wild first game there. First point on the board for Ed. Soviet versus Soviet. I just got kicked out of my game. I don't know why. Now we're going to switch over to Allied versus Allied. Yeah, quick study. You haven't seen the Surge map yet? Surge map's going to be fun, man. I think. It'll be different. You start with 2 pre-captured power plants. Should play a little bit different, I think. We also are using the machine shop, which is a tech building that it's a tech building that auto repairs all of your tanks slowly in real time. So that's kind of cool. It'll be a little different, I think. You know, it's a little tricky. You know, the maps are small. There's only so much we can really do. But obviously, month to month, you know, I want to keep things different and interesting. But predictions, I don't think we have a mod in here. I don't want to do the predictions. All right. Point number 2 now, Allied versus Allied. Man, these guys are getting a little weird here. So, first game, very, very aggressive. Ultimately, just came down to some little tiny decision-making moves from Ed there to pull out that first point. It is best of 5 again. So it is Allied versus Allied now. Now, Marsh, any of you guys who are a little less familiar with Marsh, Marsh is a pretty good top-level player in Traditional. Now, this month is his Blitz debut. He started playing Quick Match. He came out rocking and rolling here, and he's been playing some good Blitz. So Marsh, in another month, I think is going to be a totally different player. He's just still so a little green right now in the Blitz world. So both players simultaneous GI rushes going down to those corner tech, harassing the power plants, and they both get each other's power plants. Allied versus allied here, very, very weird. Marsh though Marsh is an allied player. Marsh is traditionally an allied player, and Marsh is up here, I think. So Marsh's GIs, look at his GIs, are just moving a little bit faster, right? So so it does force Ed. Ed has to unpack that MCV, and by unpacking that MCV, that cancels all of his buildings. It's going to put him behind here early game. So we'll see. So Marsh, that was just basically both players had the exact same tactics. Marsh was just moving faster at the end of the day there. So Marsh's GI rush a little bit more effective there because it did chase the MCV out of position. And now Marsh with a sniper IFV. Sniper IFV to clean out these GIs. Very, very nice. So yeah, Marsh is an allied player, very, very strong allied player, and that's what he normally plays in Blitz. So, you know, working his way through the lower divisions in quick match, that's what he does. But in the pro level, obviously we make the pros play different factions. So we'll see. I think the biggest thing for Marsh at this point is going to be how does he handle the split factions. So Marsh's pro debut just a couple days ago, and Zed did 3-0 him. Marsh did definitely struggle a little bit with his Soviet looks. But anyway, we'll see. Like I said, Marsh so new to Blitz. I'm excited to see him. Give him another month. He'll be a force. I'd like to see Marsh run with the MCV in this position here. Marsh is going to go, and both these players just smashing the base trade button. It's a late Friday night here in the U.S. Got a couple of U.S. players. I'm in the booth. It's a Friday night. Everyone's a little loose, and apparently we're just in the mood to smash the base trade button. The first one goes in Ed's favor. This one's going to go in Marsh's favor, and just like that, 2 points on the board, and we're all knotted up. Max, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, man? Max, you playing in the 2v2, the 2v2 stuff starting up next month? Yeah, so any of you guys not in the regular, so I have my own Discord. I recommend joining it. That's where we post things. That's where you sign up for tournaments. That's where you connect with the community. Discord's a free messaging app. You can find that on ra2cashgames.com. But also, I'd recommend checking out ra2themoon.com. ra2themoon.com, I got all the different Discord. There's a couple different Discord servers. There's one for the main game that everyone's in, like main Yuri's Revenge, Red Alert 2. You can find links to other Twitch channels, other YouTubers that do Red Alert 2 content. It's a handy link. It also teaches you how to play the game, how to download custom maps, how to make maps. But yeah, so MJ and Turbo Boy over at Fortune's Chaos, they're a pretty big streamer for the traditional game. They're going to be running a 2v2 series the first and last Friday of each month, starting up in September. So yeah, you get 2v2 teams together. They're going to be running some games. Should be pretty fun. There's cash prizes. They're going to match them up just based on your skill level. So any of you guys want to play, be sure to join that Discord channel. You can find that link at ra2themoon.com. And again, Marsh sends it downfield. What are we watching right now? Dude, this is why we don't stream on Friday nights. This is just anarchy. This is just anarchy right now. Oh my god, the MCV goes down. What is this? What is this right now? We are getting, this is a weird one, boys. And Marsh takes another quick one home. This could be the fastest series we've ever streamed in the pro level. That is hilarious. War Factory goes down, Barracks going down behind it. Nothing left for Ed to do here. The Desolators are out. Marsh puts one on the board. I don't know what's going on, but I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan. That's another 90-second point if anyone's keeping track of score here. So now we switch over the factions again. Man, what a wacky series. All right, here we go. Point number 4. So point number 4 here, we'll see if either of these players take a second and just take their foot off the gas for a second, or if they're just going to come smashing into each other again and just letting the gods decide who's going to take it home. So Marsh does get that last one, so that puts Marsh up. Best of 5 here. Marsh looking to try to send Ed home nice and quick. Make a little entrance here with his pro debut. Ed fighting to stay alive, give us a barn burner, bring us to point number 5. We're going to see another GI opening topside from Marsh, and no preemptive sentry guns. If you start building sentry guns right away, you can counter the GI rush with just a few sentry guns. It is possible. It's a little bit tricky, but it is possible. Oh, is he going to save that oil? Oh, the oil. He's not running over. Oh, he stopped running over the units, or the GIs. Does lose that oil. So that's exactly what you want from as the allied player. You want to just get some little bit of early value with those GIs. That's all it takes to try to slow down the Soviet player a little bit. Now Ed's going to pack a counter punch here. He's got some conscripts and he's got some rhinos in this group. Nice tank control here from Ed. So Ed's just kind of waiting. You see Ed not attacking the power plant, right? So he wants to wait. Wants to target the Grizzlies, target the pillboxes. Nice. Very good, very good. Okay, yeah, that's exactly how you do it. Perfect unit control from Ed. Takes down the pillboxes, then takes out the power plant. More rhinos behind. And honestly, I think this is going to be another 90-second point. Ed and Marsh, Ed the wild card, Mystic Marsh, getting pretty weird here in the Blitz pit. And putting on probably the fastest series we've ever seen in our lives. MCV goes down. This one's going to go to Ed, and we're going to point number 5. I like hardly just got done hyping up the next tournament. At the beginning of each video, everything's a little slow. I hype the tournaments, explain what's going on. In this case, like, I hardly even got through that before the series ended. So match point, both these guys got to choose their own factions now. That's a weird one, boys. That's a weird one. That's the only word for it. That's the only weird word for it. All right, all right, all right. Match point. I don't even know. If you said Ivor, who's gonna? I'd be like, I don't even know what's going on. I just set my beer down. I just feel like we just got started. In a regular game, the first point would be ending right now. Each of these games have been 90 seconds long. All right, all right. So Marsh opens a barracks on the bottom. I think we're gonna see another group of GIs. Why not? Neither of these guys have countered the early GIs yet. So you'd expect just to see a sentry gun on the bottom here, but oh, Marsh isn't bringing a GI rush here. I don't think this small group of GIs, not really enough to get too much done here. Ed's going to take a center presence here, building towards that middle. Yeah, very, very similar builds right now. Yeah, so no early aggression from the GIs. All right, so Grizzlies and Rhinos out now. Yeah, so Ed, Soviet player here, you know, feels like he's in the driver's seat. You see him just trolling around with these rhinos. He's going to try to bait some pillboxes, just try to throw the allied player off a little bit, keep him on his toes. And this is what you want from the Soviet player, that center control, trying to play that first mastermind, and trying to bait some pillboxes, trying to make the allied player go broke. Marsh, like I said, Marsh in this final point, this is the matchup Marsh wants. Marsh is a dominant allied player. Ed prefers Soviet, generally speaking here. The biggest, you know, the key for victory here for Ed is not letting Marsh get established, and that's why you see Marsh, he's just chomping at the bit right now. He's trying to take bites, looking downfield to try to make something happen. If Marsh gets too established here, if Marsh gets his economy rolling and his Eagles out, battle lab, tech tanks, everything's going to swing pretty quickly here. Obviously, we know Ed, the wild card player, he's always looking for early action, trying to get early value. We'll see if he can make something happen here. Marsh not taking any of his 4 huts, very, very questionable. They'd be making a big difference right now. And Ed does find a small opening here right in between those pillboxes. He's going to click down these tanks, and he has a bit of fodder involved too. Those dogs for Ed are definitely going to help here. Can Ed take these down? Ed does click them down. Another pillbox is going to be coming now. This is a very tricky position for Ed, and a prism tower from Marsh. The prism tower comes out right before he loses the AFC, and it's difficult to appreciate at this level. The little things make such a difference. If that AFC had gone down a second earlier, that prism tower would have been canceled. Oh, the oil! He dives on the oil. Oh, and Ed, Marsh, and that's why we talked about Marsh. Like I said, guys, he's a top level player. He's only been playing Blitz for about a month, and that's normally what you see from these kind of guys. A bit sloppy here with the oil placement. He put those oils in a very dangerous position, and Ed, our wild card player here, he's a veteran. He saw the opening, took the oil, made him pay for it. Ed taking home the series. GG's. Well played, boys. Well played. Fastest series of all time.